What's up, docs and docettes? Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, here riding the shield once again with all of you. God, I mean, normally I say what a day it's been, but what a weekend it's been, man. The whole Elmer gun controversy thing is back upon us, and that's what we're talking about today on Riding the Shield as I sip from my Red Hot Rider. So no birthdays today, so we're getting right into it, and we're talking about this piece of footage right here.
That's it, I quit!
That's the piece of footage that is making the rounds on social media, and of course it's on HBO Max platform as Season 2 of Looney Tunes Cartoons has been put up. And a lot of people are talking about it, saying, hey, wait a gosh darn minute. We thought Elmer couldn't shoot his gun anymore. What is this? Well, if you're one of those people, you suffer from a little thing that I've known people that suffer from this my whole life. There's no actual word for it. I just call it not listening to Trevor. Because I did do a video, it's called Let Elmer Shoot, about the whole supposed Yosemite Sam, Elmer Fudd no shooting controversy. So in the Let Elmer Shoot video, I talked about one of the few examples, after establishing what all the rules were, some of the few examples where Elmer did in fact get to shoot his gun, but it was within the purview of those rules. And I've spoken with
Name withheld.
people involved, the shows, and the first thing you need to know is that most, if not all, of the season 2 cartoons that went up were cartoons that have been finished for a very long time and were some of the best ones. And I don't remember quite why the lesser ones were put out first, but one of the ones I really love is Basket Bugs, and it was finished before all of. I mean, they showed it at Anarchy, and all of that was before the big controversy about Elmer and the guns. Although, as my video stated, yes, there always was kind of a ongoing set of rules about the use of the gun, but in this case, this doesn't like suddenly, because one of the other things I'd said was that he could do whatever he wants in theatrical stuff. I mean, it's for TV. If it's for TV, that's where Elmer and Sam and other characters can't fire guns. And as we've seen in the Space Jam trailer, Sam does indeed use the guns.
Sam, shoot the ball! Let's try that again, shall we?
One of the big rules was no imitable behavior. And, Elmer Fudd aiming his gun at Bugs Bunny and then Bugs kind of leaning on the gun and just kind of messing with him, that's imitable. As is firing the gun at the rabbit, or any character, and that's why you can't do that anymore.
Also, the rule no imitable behavior was the reasoning behind Elmer getting to fire if it was paint blotches, because apparently the producers of Looney Tunes Laugh Riot had never heard of kids playing paintball.
But Looney Tunes cartoons was always going to be edgy. It was planned to be edgy. It was planned to be more violent. And so,
having redisposed of the monster,
so the producers and directors and creators behind Looney Tunes cartoons were prepared to, in a kind of clamp it way, push the boundaries. Not go over the line, but push the boundaries a little bit. And indeed they did with this, because it's not imitable behavior. A kid cannot fire a gun and then the bullets follow the person and then decide, that's too much and then they go away. That's not imitable. And also, one of the biggest rules was that Elmer or Yosemite could not aim and fire the gun at the characters directly. And in that episode of New Looney Tunes, you see Elmer is shooting, or he's aiming it at Daffy, but Daffy is, one step ahead of him every time. So he's never actually aiming it directly at Daffy. And when he shoots, he doesn't actually shoot at Daffy. And in this case, that is also going on. I mean, yes, technically he's shooting at Bugs, but what happens? Bugs gets the better of him, runs out of frame, and then Elmer gets back on his feet and then fires the gun. So he's not firing the gun at Bugs, technically. He's firing the gun off camera. So in summation, and if you saw my original video, reiteration, nothing imitable, and the characters can't fire at each other within the same shot, or presumably nor can we see another character get shot in any shot. And this is a rule that is only in place for TV productions and some video games, but not for theatrical endeavors. So for that reason, if not so many others, you guys can stop calling Looney Tunes cartoons theatrical shorts. They are shorts, but they're made with TV budgets, not theatrical ones, and, more to the point, completely different rules in mind. So these are the rules that were always in place. They are abiding by them. They're going around the rules. They're kind of, I don't want to say evading them, but they are taking them at their most literal word. And also, once again, that clip, particularly of Bugs and Elmer, was made before there was such a big deal over the guns thing, very early on in the production. So it's certainly possible that Warner's can and will do anything it wants to at any point and go back on its word, blah, 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 but that is not what happened here. If you're paying attention, as indeed you should be now after being set straight by the good old me, you know that they're abiding by the rules, albeit it's finding the line and walking right along it. So they're not crossing the line, but they are right on the line. And I appreciate that. So it's not that Elmer lost his gun and then got it back. It's just that this clip rides the line a little bit. So that is going to do it for this Monday edition of Riding the Shield. Be sure to give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and do all that stuff that helps me out, makes me do more of these things. And yes, by the way, I am aware, everybody, that Anthony's animation talk has been taken down by the awful Michael Bentcover. So we are trying to get Anthony some help with that. But yeah, be sure to give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, do all that stuff, and help me out for another Riding the Shield. We want to do more of these, and I want to keep them coming. And I'll see you tomorrow.